and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories,
now on NBC Palm Springs at 11. The Dinah is in full swing in Palm Springs. We hear from organizers this evening. Plus, a psychic fundraiser hits the town in Cathedral City, but get this, it's all for a good cause. Hear those details ahead.
We're tracking showers, thunderstorms, and even some possible flash floods. Your NBC Palm Springs starts now.
now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Good evening, I'm Tiani Jadaling. Thank you for joining us. Rock band Foreigner took stage this evening at Fantasy Springs Resort Casino, but tonight there was more than one local tie to their performance. That's tonight's top story. The Shadow Hills High School Choir joined the band on stage at the show to perform the band's classic hit, I Want to Know What Love Is. The band donated $50,000 to the choir's chorus program. Shriners from the area were selling Foreigner greatest hit CDs to raise money for the group's fundraising partners, the Grammy Foundation and the Shriners Children's Hospitals. Here were some sights and sounds from this evening.
It's not every day you get to perform with such a famous rock band, so I'm really glad I'm able to share this experience with my friends, my teacher, and be able to share this with family. It's definitely a way of passing down the torch, being able to have the support of Foreigner and what they stand for. We're just really glad to be a part of their message for funding, performing arts, because as you know, there's not a lot of funding that goes into the arts, so it's really important to stand for those causes.
What an experience. It was truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for those kids. They did an amazing job. To more local news, rain, thunder, and lightning from the east to the west. The showers were back in the Coachella Valley earlier today. This is some footage that was sent into our newsroom this afternoon. It was shot at around 4:30 this afternoon during a thunderstorm in South Palm Springs. You may be able to catch some of that lightning in the background while firefighters were working to extinguish 3 palm trees that were struck by lightning and caught fire. These trees were adjacent to East Palm Canyon Drive near Farrell Drive. That's between Manhattan and the Desert and Desert Isle Resort. And now we're taking a live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in downtown Palm Springs. It looks like those conditions have calmed down quite a bit. No wet floors out there and no rain. Kai Beach is standing by with your forecast.
Happy Saturday, everyone. Last night we saw a little bit of drizzle. This morning we saw some drizzle as well, and we can expect to see some showers and possible thunderstorms continue through this evening, most likely in our mountain and high desert communities. As for the air quality today, well, here in the Palm Springs area, we're looking at good conditions. Parts of the IE, we're looking at moderate conditions. Tonight's evening stroll, it's nice out there, but there is some cloud, a little bit of wind as well. 6 o'clock, we're looking at mid-80s, and pretty much from 8 to midnight, we're going to be in the mid-70s. Low temps for today here on the valley floor, low 70s. Our friends up the hill, Joshua Tree, low 60s, and in Big Bear City, a cool 37 degrees. For tomorrow, Palm Springs continues to be below average when it goes to temperatures. If you go to the coast, we're going to look at mid to high 70s. But if you get in the water, you're going to see some big waves. I'm talking real big waves. Elevated surf. Sunday through Tuesday, you could see sets up to nearly 8 feet. So if you don't know what you're doing in the water, best to stay out of it. For tomorrow, the highs, Palm Springs, we're looking at 90. The hottest here, Rancho Mirage, 95. The coolest, Beaumont and Idaho, both in the high 70s. Next 3 days, Comfort Air 3-day forecast, Sunday through Monday, the highs in the low 90s, and those overnight lows go from low 70s to high 60s. I'll have a full forecast coming up in just a bit.
All right, we thank Kai for that weather update. And more local news, the Dinah has officially kicked off this weekend in Palm Springs. Every year, the long-running festival for queer women happens at the end of September. The party continues all weekend long with events from the Big Yay pool party to a ballroom event. According to the festival's website, the Dinah is the world's largest lesbian and queer woman event, expected to draw more than 15,000 plus attendees throughout the weekend. We spoke to organizers at today's events.
The celebration is at wonderful heights. It's a bigger crowd and the music is amazing. People are having the times of their life, and I am certainly soaking in all the joy that we've created here this weekend.
The event ran through this evening and into tomorrow. And you're looking at some footage from a psychic pet fundraiser that took place earlier this afternoon. And yes, you did hear that correctly. The event was sponsored by the City of Cathedral City, and it involved a psychic, card readers, channels, mediums, and more. They were there to give readings to all attendees to benefit the Desert Paw Sanctuary. And Palm Springs has long embraced alternative art forms like drag. And now a new generation of performers is redefining the scene. Archive Beach has the story.
You like starfish? She's not lying though. She's not lying.
She's an island girl.
So I know.
These kings and queens are huddling together in the back of a Cathedral City bar,
kind of putting yourself out there to not be so afraid.
sharing makeup and stories before performing drag on stage.
So we have a very, very special show tonight. We are celebrating astrology night.
Miss Cherry Superstar is this evening's host, leading a gothic drag showcase at Bart Lounge. Featuring the desert's new generation of drag talent.
This event is like a celebration of young queerness in the alternative scene. I feel like it's a rebranding of what everyone kind of thinks when they think of Palm Springs.
In recent years, drag artists have faced heightened negativity, but these performers say their focus remains on positivity.
I think it scares some people, but you know, for us and everyone on this side, it's to accept everyone and for everyone to have a good time and to enjoy themselves.
These artists and crowd say they're celebrating each other, uplifting their community, and honoring the pioneers of the Palm Springs drag scene.
Thank you so much to all my elder queers, my transcestors, and for just like creating the space for us and like leading, like paving the way for us as well, because without them, like we wouldn't be able to express ourselves truly as we want to.
And as they step into the spotlight, this new era of kings and queens is opening the next chapter of drag in the desert.
I'm not defined by the makeup I put on. I'm not defined by the clothes I wear. I'm defined by the person that I am.
I'm Kai Beach for NBC Palm Springs.
And animal lovers, you might want to listen up. A new species is coming to the Living Desert Zoo and Gardens very soon. The Zoo and Gardens is sharing one clue every day up until Tuesday to help residents and visitors uncover who the zoo's newest resident is. We spoke with animal experts at the Zoo and Gardens to tell us more.
We are very excited. We are going to be welcoming a brand new species here at the Living Desert, one that has never been here in all of our 55 years. And we are inviting the community to guess who's coming. So all this week and through the end of September, you can check out our social media at the Living Desert and see what the clue of the day is. And we're going to choose one lucky winner and 3 of their friends to come get to meet that new species and see their habitat before the grand opening on November 1st.
Here's today's clue. This animal doesn't swing, doesn't soar, just moves like lightning on all 4s. I wonder what this new species could be. Well, in news around the region, what would you do to find the love of your life? A California woman is putting out digital billboards searching for her perfect match. Luz Pena spoke to her at one of the locations that she hopes her future husband catches.
This is what taking your chances at finding love to new heights looks like.
I'm looking for a husband, I'm looking for a committed relationship, and hopefully the love of my life.
For almost a month now, Bay Area resident and bachelorette Lisa Catalone decided to put herself out there. And when we say out there, we mean on 6 to 7 billboards on Highway 101 from the South Bay to San Francisco. This is pretty bold. What happened that you said, this is the approach that I'm going to take?
You know, every time I got a little frustrated with the dating scene within Silicon Valley and the Bay Area, I would work a little bit on my website. And it started off kind of as almost a joke, like I'm just going to make my own website. Then it just kind of, I was thinking, you know, maybe that's not that crazy of an idea after all. And so I decided, okay, well, I got to promote the website somehow. And what's more local than a billboard?
All hoping the one or someone who may know him leads him to her. Her ads are straight to the point. MaryLisa.com. Her website is her personal application collection service. This is where her future husband can apply.
I'm looking for somebody who would be compatible with me on things like religious views, politics, healthy lifestyle, because I lead a healthy lifestyle, things that match up on all of that, and someone who's ready to get married and have kids in the future.
One thing about Lisa, she is not taking any chances and simply relying on billboards. She's also keeping an eye out when she's out and about.
Have flyers, business cards, just in case I'm somewhere in person and I want to network.
So if you see someone that you like, you're like, hey.
Oh, I could definitely do that, yeah.
She said her search recently went viral when she posted it on TikTok, leading to an influx of applicants. How many applications have you gotten?
Oh, gosh, I don't know because my phone's been going off.
Lisa says she's hopeful all this will be worth it when she meets the one. And just in case, we wanted to help. Your future husband is watching right now. What do you want to say to him?
I'm real. This entire project is real. I am serious about finding the love of my life.
For now, the search continues.
All right, still ahead here on NBC Palm Springs. Time is running out for you to pick which stamp the U.S. Postal Service should bring back for reprinting. It's all part of the Postal Service's Stamp Encore. Additional details ahead. Plus, YouTube creators will soon be sky high, and that's because YouTube content is being added to Delta's in-flight entertainment. Those details after the break. You're watching NBC Palm Springs. Stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. He's a popular trainer at SeaWorld San Diego. Andre Thomas loves working with dolphins and entertaining a crowd. But as NBC's Joe Little shows us, Andre Thomas can't decide whether working to serve and protect with the San Diego Police Department or working with dolphins is his favorite day job.
They are some of SeaWorld's biggest stars.
Right here.
And Andre Thomas may be their best friend.
It's doing what I love, and it's just being natural and being genuine.
The Fresno native has been a trainer with dolphins and orcas at SeaWorld for 17 years.
No.
Andre got the bug from his aunts.
Two of my biggest role models in my life wanted to do it, so I said, you know what, so do I.
Yet these dolphins and these guests may never know the other place Andre spends his days.
These two career paths that I've chosen they don't really coincide with each other on your typical day-to-day basis.
The dolphin trainer is also
Andre Thomas, Thomas, Sergeant for San Diego PD.
A few years after he started training dolphins, Sergeant Thomas's brother was murdered in Fresno. Andre felt the pull to serve.
What can I do to help prevent this from happening to somebody else?
Andre joined the academy,
That's my girl.
where fellow cadets quickly learned he had another day job.
I got teased a little bit. I got a couple of nicknames out there. Shamu was the one that I got called the most. Oh, yeah.
Sergeant Thomas has worked patrol, SWAT, and trained other recruits. Now he does media relations for the department.
I love being here, putting on a uniform, putting on a badge.
He knows it's an interesting life. Sergeant Andre Thomas, dolphin trainer, has a custom wetsuit to cover his bases.
In a car chase or in a foot chase and fighting someone. And the next day I'm here doing shows for 3,500 people.
He gets the best of both worlds, protecting and serving in uniform and working with his closest friends on his days off.
This is my vice, this is my getaway.
And in consumer news, YouTube creators will soon be sky high, and that's because YouTube content is being added to Delta's in-flight entertainment. That's according to a report from The Hollywood Reporter that says the airline and social media platform have decided to partner up. Delta flight attendants are getting in on the fun too and playing the role of DJ, creating custom playlists on YouTube Music that customers can listen to while settling into the mid-air experience. And will it be Peanuts, Batman, or how about a Disney villain? Time is running out for you to pick which stamp the U.S. Postal Service should bring back for reprinting. It's all part of the Postal Service's Stamp Encore contest, where you decide which of the 25 stamps should be reprinted. The Postal Service created this contest as a way to celebrate the nation's 250th anniversary. You can vote online at stampsforever.com/vote. You have until midnight on September 30th to cast your ballot. However, the winning stamp design won't be announced until May of next year. There's so many good ones on there. And we're taking a live look from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Not too wet and rainy out there anymore. Your full forecast with Kai Beach is next.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts. Digital exclusive content.
taking a live look from our Walter Clark Highway 111 camera in Rancho Mirage. Those streets look pretty dry. It looks like it's really cleared up here in the Coachella Valley. Could just be the darker sky. Kai Beach is in with your full forecast.
What a start to the weekend. We're seeing cool conditions with clouds, some sun out there, some showers, and some thunderstorms. Today's high, 90 degrees, normally 98, so we're below average for this time of year. Not near that record high. This time last year, 113 degrees. For the dew points over the next few days, we're looking at nearly 45% for Saturday. Sunday drops a little bit, dries out a bit on Monday. High temps for today. Palm Springs, we're looking at 90. Joshua Tree, 77. Big Bear, cool 60 degrees. Across the country, a lot of people leave the desert or maybe coming back to it. This is what they're dealing with. Denver, the Mile High City, 80 degrees. Dallas, Texas, 90. Our friends in Minneapolis, Minnesota, we're looking at 73. And our friends in the Bay Area, we're looking at high 60s. Tomorrow's morning walk, we're waking up 6 o'clock, low 70s. By 10 o'clock, low 80s. And at noon, we're right around 85 degrees. Now, we do have a lot of weather advisories, watches, and warnings. We're looking at marine weather statement there. Is some concerns if you're going to go to the beach, where you can see waves up to nearly 8 feet on the sets. So if you don't know what you're doing in the water, stay safe out there. Best to avoid it. We're also tracking some flood warning and a flood watch. If that does impact your area, move to a higher ground and never drive through flooded roads. For Monday, that low pressure system, that starts to weaken. It's going to start to dry out, and by the middle of the work week, we're going to see some warming temperatures. 7-day forecast brought to you by Comfort Air. Take a look at Sunday and Monday. We're looking at low 90s. Temperatures start to rise as we head to the end of the work week, and those overnight lows pretty consistent. Low 70s, high 60s.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content. NBC Palm Springs Sports, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Welcome back. The high school football season is inching closer to league play, with several teams slated for interleague games to start this coming Friday. Our Caitlin Kelly has a recap of yesterday's highlights and scores. Take a look.
It was another epic night under the Friday night lights, with teams across the valley battling it out. We start with Desert Hot Springs on the road to Yucca Valley. The Trojans broke through late in the first half and never looked back. Yucca Valley pulled away for a 28-7 win behind 2 touchdown passes from Aiden Shannon and 135 yards rushing from Clyde King. Desert Hot Springs scored early, but the Golden Eagles were kept off the board after halftime. Next, we head to Cathedral City, where they hosted San Gorgonio. The teams traded turnovers, however, it was still a thrilling matchup. The Lions leaned on their ground game, 3 touchdowns from Trace Vargas, and a huge defensive effort from Javier Godinez, who came away with 3 interceptions. Cathedral City held off San Gorgonio late for a 34-28 win. And it was heartbreak for Coachella Valley. Despite a monster night from Ivan Camargo, who had over 250 yards and 3 touchdowns, the Arabs gave up a late score in the final 30 seconds and fell to Valley View 21-18. Still, their defense showed big improvements, and La Quinta nearly pulled off an incredible comeback. Down 22-0 in the first half, the Blackhawks stormed back to tie it at 29 and force overtime. But in the extra frame, a fumble turned into a central touchdown, handing La Quinta their first loss of the season, 35-29. And now the stage is set. Desert Empire League play kicks off this Friday. Palm Springs, La Quinta, Shadow Hills, Rancho Mirage, Xavier Prep, and Palm Desert all squaring off. Here's a look at the records and the Week 1 matchups. With NBC Palm Springs, I'm Caitlin Kelly.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Cardi B held a meet and greet with fans earlier this week in the city of Long Beach. The event at Fingerprints Music was at full capacity, the line extending out of the store and up the street. Cardi B came out and welcomed fans before meeting with them inside. She's promoting her second album, Am I the Drama? Fans who purchased the album were invited to the event. Some traveled from out of state to meet Cardi B. Tickets for Cardi B's tour, Little Miss Drama, also just went on sale. It's her first tour in 6 years. You're watching NBC Palm Springs. We're back right after the break.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook.
These service dogs reunited with some old friends in Oregon this week. The dogs were raised with the help from inmates at a correctional facility in Wilsonville, spending their first 18 months being cared for and trained by the women. The dogs learn 30 different cues. There's also exposure to grooming, so the animals feel comfortable with that. The dogs then moved to a training center here in California to become certified for service. This is a pilot program that started back in 2023. They look like such good dogs, such good girls and boys. Oh, they're so cute. Well, thank you for joining us tonight. Have a great rest of your evening.